So, welcome back. Tonight, Azure Knights Gaming presents Tomb of Annihilation, game session number 3. I'm your host, DM Jordy, and gathered here tonight we have Jordan playing the steadfast half-elf paladin warlock, Valbrand Noskjulder, Mark bringing the deadly master of magics, Deep Gnome, Divis of Deep Garden, Tom has the master of the long reach polearm, the human fighter, Alderbrecht.
Adelbrecht.
One of these days.
Aldebrecht.
You'll get it.
I actually had that the entire time up to this, but you know that's where we are. Ray shows off his skills with the Lightfoot halfling bard, Exeter of None. And last, but definitely not least, Marshall with our half-orc cleric of Ilmatar, Thurok Mir. Our heroes were tasked with raiding the caverns underneath the tower lair of the ancient Lich, Zaldara Cordres, also known as the Duchess of Rot, while their Harper allies raid the Lich's lair above in an attempt to keep Zaldara's attention away from our heroes. Our hero's end goal? A tome bound in humanoid skin, Zaldara's spellbook, which is also her phylactery. During the course of our last game, our group pushed deeper into the lair of the Lich and brushed aside a group of undead who just wanted to lend a hand. Now we see our team pushing their way deeper in, hoping that their goal is in sight. Your group, and I will share the sheet again. Map is up. Your group finds themselves back in a 15-foot room. A small flight of stairs lead up to a door, which has already been checked for traps, and just waits to be opened. 2 broken swords lie on the ground. If you remember, you had a bit of a conflict with them in the last game.
So this door's already been checked for traps?
It has.
And apologize ahead of time for any confusion. I am trying yet another voice for Valbrand. One of these days I will settle. It won't be a new voice every session, I swear. So.
But why not?
Well, I mean, it could be fun. It could be a part of my warlock dichotomy, right?
Multiple personality disorder.
And then I'm gonna have to take, sorcerer, so I could have a third personality, right? And then I'm gonna have to take,
No. Warlocks can have as many personalities as they want. That's just a rule.
That's just. Exeter, good friend. Would you like me to open the door again? Shall we continue this? Oh, geez, sorry about the laptop shake. All right, Jordy.
I would say we can play leapfrog, but you can just step over the top of me, so it really doesn't work that well. But go ahead.
All right, Jordy. Oh, Marshall, go ahead.
I am immediately going to cast light on my mace now that I have it.
Very well.
I'm going. Adelbert's going to enter defensive stance.
I will open the door. Oh, if I remember right, I sensed undead on the other side of this door, right?
That is correct. You did indeed sense numerous undead on the other side of this door.
I'm assuming I can. I can open this door with my sword and shield in hand, right?
Yes.
Perfect. I do that.
Let's see. Give me just 1 second, and I will.
Yay, an empty hallway.
I found the Lich door,
empty,
the Kraken door.
Right. Empty, you think, huh? Give me just a moment, and I will give you a good description of what you find in this room. This crumbling hall has a large curve, and the stench of rotten eggs coming from the cracks in the ceiling. A gross duet of gnashing teeth and guttural throat sounds come from around the bend, and you see, shambling out of the darkness, multiple ghouls. And you may give me an initiative check if you would like.
Are you sure we're not going to talk our way out of this? Yes!
Give me an initiative check even if you would not like.
Take that.
I rolled a 1.
I'm assuming that is Valbrand's critical roll out of the way.
What? I rolled a 2, brother. 2 minus 1 is 1.
So you did.
We are We are on a roll tonight. Let me tell you, we're off to a good start.
Well, it's just been so unfair for all of them that we're so good. We have to give them a little bit of advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Adelbert, you are up first.
All right. Well, if I go here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can Valbron get around me, or am I blocking the
No,
doorway?
that's fine. I can move through you. I just can't end my turn on your square.
Correct.
Okie dokie. I will. I think Adelbert will go here. He's going to go after Ghoul 4.
Okay.
All right. I mean, we're not going to try and talk our way out of the views, right?
I mean, you can try if you would like.
Just having ourselves a Ghoul's old time.
God.
It's already starting. I can't get away.
No, you cannot.
What do I have
Solid
advantage?
gold joke, my friend.
You don't. You have advantage on strength checks from bull strength that Marshall cast on you last session.
Right. Okay. Cool. And I'm only going to get one hit because I was in defensive stance. So, womp womp.
Well, that was
So-
that was before combat. This is now your first official turn,
Oh,
right?
Mhm.
I mean,
That
Jordan.
is correct. That is correct. This is the first official term, straight off the top.
nope. Still going to stay in defensive.
Very well.
Huzzah!
Oh,
A good hit.
Okay. Adelbert, real quick, before you do, will you give me a con save?
no.
I wonder how far that's gonna work. How long that's gonna work.
Oh,
That's a
Will
check,
you
brother.
lick me?
That's a checkmate. Give him a save.
Yeah.
what?
That's a checkmate.
Oh,
That's a great way to get that bad roll out of the way.
Thurrock, it is your turn.
Valbrin.
I don't know anything about ghouls.
We have undead up here.
Ah, well. Can I see the ghouls from here?
Yes.
All right. What do I know about ghouls as a cleric of Ilmater?
Well, go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Religion. I'll take a religion. I'll take a religion for this. Okay. What you know of ghouls are that they are undead and they feast on the rotting flesh of dead corpses. But they will eat a lot, well, recently alive corpses as well, periodically.
Alrighty.
You also have heard that there may be the possibility of being paralyzed from such evil, filthy creatures.
Alright, I know what I'm going to do. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I am, let's see, hold on. What is the range on Channel Divinity? Let's see, 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. I am going to present my shield, which has the holy symbol of Ilmater. 5, 10. On all of these ghouls. Wow, I don't have an actual ability for Channel Divinity, do I?
You should turn undead. Let's see.
Well,
As
no,
an
like I don't have like a button to push or anything. And I hold forth my shield and I say, "In the name of Ilmater, you filthy, unclean creatures, back to your graves, else face the."
So in the past, when I've been playing clerics, you just target all of the undead that you can possibly affect, and then in your abilities, your actions rather, Well, maybe it was under ability, but yeah, there was a button. Short answer, yes, there was a button under Channel Divinity.
I don't have it.
Might have to just drag it in from your class. It might have not added it automatically, that is.
Let's see.
Sorry, I'm holding it up.
You're okay.
I can't believe you. I'm going to take the different route on this.
There we go. Got it.
Kidding.
Okay.
Let's see. Save DC Wisdom 8. That's not right.
So in the Actions tab, when you dragged Channel Divinity, it would have created like an ability for it. Click the magnifying glass on that ability and make sure the
8 plus ability.
Yep.
Stat Wisdom
8 plus base is what it should be.
plus.
And
Yeah,
ability
base is 8 plus ability.
and ability should say Wisdom.
Right. So the save is Wisdom DC 10 right now.
Wow, is that it?
Yeah, it's 8 plus your ability. And
It should be 11.
should he have his proficiency? Shouldn't?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's
Wisdom. There you go. DC
Okay.
13.
All right. I guess that's enough. All right. In which case, I'm still kind of not totally on top of this. I will cast it.
Can you? Let's see. Let me double check.
Did all of them,
And
but
then
one
you-
succeed?
2
And
failed.
then you click the apply. It's like a. So it should have changed which targets you have highlighted to only those targets that failed, and then there's another button to apply the effect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perfect.
There you go.
You did it.
There we go.
3 and 4.
All right.
Then I'm going to turn over my shoulder and say, do not attack the ones that are fleeing. Save them for last.
But I already attacked the one that's fleeing.
Yes, well, if you
I'd
want to
just
get a
like to point
faithful
out-
Ghoul Claw,
That so far in this battle, no one in the party has rolled above.
Thuruk, are you done with your turn?
yes, I am. Sorry.
All right, go and release the token, if you will.
Basically, long story short, the enemies are rolling much better than we are. Okay.
Yes, they are.
Divas moves up, takes position behind Valbrand, and fires at the ghouls. And here you are.
Critical hit.
Why did nothing happen though? Let's see. Oh, because I'm.
Oh, smart. I just wanted to
All right. So, will it apply the critical automatically for me?
Yep.
Sweet.
Nice.
Look, there's a critical. All right, and then he rapidly reloads and fires again, and does
That hits.
manage to hit.
Wow.
I'm guessing barely. It's somewhat less impressive with the last shot.
Now, Thuruk, do me a favor. Go ahead and roll a con save for me. And Divas, will you do the same?
I see.
I'm going to assume that they have an aura of paralyzation or something. Or maybe it was being bitten by spider.
Let's see. Oh, come on. Constitution save. Oh my gosh, I'm proficient in that?
You're a fighter, brother.
Eh, sort of. Still not proficient enough, apparently.
Okay. Divas, you are, let's see, where are our conditions? Right there. You are poisoned from the noxious gas that is creeping out of the cracks in the ceiling.
Huh.
Ugh.
Exeter, it is your action.
I believe I've only got line of sight on Ghoul 6 from here, so I'll go ahead and put a couple of shots through him.
Yep, we're currently single file to hide our numbers.
There you
Lightning
go.
bolt formation.
Why are you rolling twice for each attack?
That's what I'd like to know.
Do you have advantage or something?
You're
now?
targeting yourself. You
Oh, you're
hit
targeting yourself.
You
Yep.
hit yourself too. on both of those.
Nice.
That would be. That's a little bit painful. That's where my 9 wounds came from.
Pap, 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 pap.
I didn't even realize I had myself targeted. That's horrible.
Pop, pop, pop. Watching myself drop.
DM, yeah, thank you. All right, so and I believe that's turn is mine. I'm done.
Very well. Okay. Let's see.
Time to get paralyzed. Here we go.
Do you need a con save for me as well? I'm assuming.
Yes,
or am I far
please.
enough back? Okay.
Well, actually, let's see. Exeter, you are just out of reach, so you're good. You
Okay.
are good still.
That's good
Okay.
since I rolled a 3.
Okay. This ghoul moves up, reaches out with his filthy claws to attempt to.
He's gonna nort me.
Oh.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Hey, you saved. Critically saved. You ain't got time for that crap.
Hey, nobody got time for that.
I'm gonna get really quick. I'm gonna get 2 attacks in on Ghoul 1.
Okay.
2.
He moved into my area, and he attacked Thurok.
Well, you should only get 1 off of that from the reaction.
Can I explain, Jordy?
Yeah.
So the defensive fighting stance that he picked up makes it so that his attacks of opportunity does not does not take his reaction. So he stabs for free when the guy enters his threatened area, and
Okay.
then when he attacks Thurok, he gets to stab as a reaction. He doesn't get that second stab every time
Okay.
because that's his
That
sentinel.
works.
Oh, so it's only his first attack of opportunity every round?
No, every attack of opportunity does not provoke.
Ooh.
Sentinel is
Right.
not an attack of opportunity. Sentinel is a free attack.
Correct. That is correct.
That's dope.
But
Okay.
realistically, just for next time, when he moved in, you should have gotten the attack. You possibly could have killed him before he even attacked Marshall.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
That is correct. Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, Adelbert has become a wall.
Yeah,
that
thanks,
wall's
dude.
And that wall's name is Damage.
Okay. And so, what we will do this time around, because that would have taken that creature out before it had the ability to attack.
That's up to you.
No,
Yeah,
I am. That's why I said this time.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna.
let me do this. Announce at the very first as they jump into that. But yeah, that's perfectly fair. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna attack Ghoul 2 here.
How'd you do that one?
Don't I get?
Yeah.
Don't I get to?
Not on everything that comes through. It's the first one that enters it.
It's every time somebody enters his threat range, he gets an opportunity attack. His opportunity attacks for people entering his threat range don't consume his reaction.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Let's
it's
see. Okay,
the tunnel fighter
so
thing that you let him swap to.
Okay, so he gets 2 attacks on everything that's moving into
Just one.
that pole arm.
Just
I
one.
just get the 1 attack for coming in,
Okay.
and then if I get to attack him, so I get to attack him because he came in, and if he's still alive, and then he attacks Thurok, then I'd get another attack on him because he's attacking one of my.
But that's his sentinel attack. That is a reaction. He can only do that one once per round.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I am going to give Ghoul 2 a good whacking.
F him up.
Nice.
Now, one thing to note, Jordy, while we're rolling for damage, that consumes his bonus action, so he can't give the butt on his turn when he does that.
Yeah.
Right.
To enter
If
or
he
maintain that
if he
stance.
uses the his reaction on that for the
to enter
second
his stance. It's a stance that allows him to do it. And it's a bonus action to enter the stance or maintain the stance.
one. Okay.
I'll update the OneNote after this.
Please do.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Was a miss on Thurok. And his bite. Okay. And so, next one. Ghoul 3 is currently turned.
I gotta get the freak out of here.
Ghoul 4 is currently turned. And that one would have entered your threatened range, yes?
Yeah. Yep.
I wouldn't stab it. That will make him unturned, and then he will attack us. I mean,
Oh, what was that? 4 I moved on accident? No, that
Ghoul
was
5
5.
is new.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Ghoul 5.
new. Yeah, where did he come from?
The shadows. The tunnel turns to the side.
She's a mysterious ghoul.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack this guy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Crap. Good job, you. Sorry. I was thinking out loud.
Did that autumn? Oh, because I got 2 dice.
Okay.
Why did I cast light on myself when I should have cast it on one of the people who actually needs it?
I was gonna ask, but I just figured you knew what you were doing.
I figured you had
That's
a
a
bright idea.
dangerous thing to assume.
I like Tom's. I figured you had a bright idea.
Let's see.
Oh, come on.
Is the withdraw action like a full turn
So
thing?
the disengage action is an action.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Is that like the spoon is not the spoon?
There is no spoon.
Sorry, guys. I cleared my cache earlier, and now I'm having to load all the books. I just loaded the player's handbook, and I don't know if we're still waiting on Ghoul 5 or if you're waiting on me or what.
We're actually waiting on Ghoul 6, which
Wow.
Aldebrecht, Bert.
Bert.
Go ahead and do
Albert.
your attack on Ghoul 6.
You're really gonna have to sharpen that thing after this.
It's got ghoul gunk all over it.
Look, I'm trying to make a point up here, okay?
Oh, the puns are a part of your character now. I'd appreciate your humor if I wasn't...
Hey, the sharp tongue's supposed to be back here, not with you. Stop it.
Okay. Can I do stuff now? There. I accidentally deleted my Divine Smite.
Okay, Valbrand.
Almost there, sorry.
Oh, wait.
I accidentally
We
deleted
should
my
probably
Divine...
let him attack first.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Was that painful when you deleted something divine? I'm just curious. Did the Lord smack you down? What happened? Wow.
Let's see.
Ow.
Crap.
Okay, now Valbrand.
Why is this not... Oops, sorry. Divine Smite.
What do I have?
I look
One
over my shoulder.
paralyzed.
I'm like, he's been paralyzed by the vile touch of the ghouls. Defend him until he recovers.
Who has?
Adalbert.
Oh. Uh-oh.
He kept trying to keep them at arm's length, but unfortunately it didn't quite work.
Arm's length is shared by all DPS rolls.
Ha! All right.
Halberd's length? Is that what you're looking for?
This sucks. For some weird reason, it's not in the book. Okay, so I will...
Overgrown
5,
holy man.
10, 15, 20. And I will take the dodge action. And I bang on my shield and I, at me!
That doesn't work.
I know,
All right.
but I can't do anything else when I take the dodge action.
Are you done?
Allow me to
Are you
pass the
done?
open. Are you done?
Thurok.
Alrighty. If we're gonna make a unified front and protect him, I'm gonna go for Ghoul 6. I'm low on spells, and what spells I have left, I want to save for healing. So, time for a good old round of swing swung.
Divas.
All right. So Divas coughs and sputters from the gas that afflicted him a moment ago.
Oh, do I need to save?
This is
Oh,
a
yes, Valbrand, please.
investigation check to see if he can tell where the gas is coming from so he can get away from it.
The ceiling.
So,
Wait, did it do
the
totem?
odor.
Oh, anyway.
You got disadvantage on that one.
Okay.
Because you're poisoned. The
Right.
odor seems to be coming from the ceiling. In fact, if you look closely, you can kind of see a little bit of mist dropping from the cracks in the ceiling. So you believe the gas that infests this room is originating from the ceiling cracks.
Okay, and it looks like it's in the room I'm in, right? This
Yes.
little stairwell thing?
Yes, it's bleeding. It's coming back in through the door and entering the stairwell area as well. So since that door's been opened, it'll start to waft in there from the room where the rest of your teammates are currently fighting the ghouls.
He goes into that room. He's getting closer to it. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So he, in between coughs and gasps, he says, "The gas, it's coming from that room with the ghouls in it." And he will. Can I still do an attack? Specifically an attack and a bonus action?
I'm going to use your bonus action. Well,
No, that's fair.
you know
Yeah,
what?
attack is fine.
Yeah, I'm going to use your bonus action for checking out, but you can still do your attack.
All right. So then he fires his crossbow, and misses. And then he tries to kind of take cover behind this wall and regain his breath.
All right. Exeter.
Everyone duck, you tall people.
Okay.
I represent the Lollipop Guild. Holy crap.
What's this
Bam.
about ducking? More like just don't crouch.
Just curve the bolt.
There you go.
What is this, wanted? You are an assassin, said Morgan Freeman.
Oh, I get to re-roll
We are
that
just
though.
not rolling
Yes,
well.
you do.
Actually, we've had a few crits.
I'm lucky. Oh, see, that's so much better.
It's
Indeed,
like-
you are.
It's either amazing.
Oh,
or
not so much.
totally
But there we go. And turn is yours. Ghoul 2.
Yes, Ghoul 2.
This poison thing, is it something I can try to shake off, or is it just going to be with me until it runs its course?
Actually, Divas, go ahead and give me another check at the end of your turn. So give me a con check, if you will.
All right.
There you go.
I love that I have like a +5 to my swings, and I've only hit one of my 4 swings.
I have a theory about that, my half-orcish friend, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, is Ghoul 3 even attacking? He lost his target, didn't he?
He should be attacking me.
Should he?
This is a tall joke. I'm not going to be.
Well, you know why? He is turned. That's why he
yeah.
doesn't have a target. So, and Ghoul 4 is turned as well.
But
Ghoul
Ghoul
5
Yeah, bring
is
it.
still.
When do I stop being paralyzed?
You are paralyzed for a minute.
Wait, am I paralyzed?
I thought you made a Constitution check at the end of every turn.
For
The paralyzed
paralyzation,
from the ghoul attack.
From ghoul attacks, yeah.
for Ghoul attack, it is the effect is paralyzed for 1 minute. It is not a shake off.
So
Right.
I have the effect paralyzed on me, but I don't remember getting hit.
No, I
No,
don't remember. I don't
Okay,
remember you
I
getting
think-
hit.
I don't want to be like a rules lawyer butt cheek here, but it says it must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a.
Well,
Let me
that's
double
strange
check.
language, isn't it?
I think you're
It's
probably
like
right on
1
that. Let
minute,
me double check.
Except, yeah.
Give me
I didn't know
just
if these were
one
homebrew
moment.
ghouls or what. So
No, anything that would be homebrewed would be over in the OneNote. And since I don't have anything homebrewed, it's not
or
in the
being
OneNote.
or being drank by me.
I believe actually that would be at the end of your turn. Give me just one moment.
yeah, it is at the end of your turn.
Yes. So, and as for the effect, I don't know why there's a paralyzed on yours. I don't actually. Let's see, where is that? Yeah, no,
Okay.
Valbrand did not. Okay.
Now the ghoul's paralyzed.
he
He bit his own tongue.
touched himself? Yeah. Okay.
Ah!
Tastes good.
Stop it, ghoul! You'll go blind.
But he should totally attack me. Not
You'll
Thurrock.
You'll grow grave moss on your palms.
Oh, okay, fine. Attack Thurrock. That's fine.
All right, Valbrand.
All right.
It's all right, Volbrunt. I'm a bigger target.
To be fair, I'll give him a whack with my long sword. How bad do we want this guy dead?
He's already dead, so
Should I be expending resources?
no.
No.
What do you,
All right.
with your vast
Not at this point in time.
Okay.
tactical
He
knowledge?
takes. Yeah, I'm glad. Glad I
There
didn't.
you go. I'm
He
glad
takes
you
a
didn't
lot
do
of
that.
damage.
He's sleeping.
Okay. Aldrich, will you give me a con save real quick? Of
It's a trap.
course it is.
It's time to explode.
All right.
I have an idea though to make it easier for our DM. Why don't we just start calling you Adele?
There we go. Top of the round.
Living
No.
in the deep.
No.
No.
Adalbert.
Addie? Is Addie any better?
I
Adele
don't
is
think so.
decidedly feminine, in my opinion.
He did it. Okay, Ghoul 2. I'm gonna punch him. No, I'm not gonna
Call
punch
him
him.
Delbert.
Delbert.
Yes.
Nice roll.
Good gravy.
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, he's gone stab mad.
And Albert is going to move up. He's going to move up to here.
Okay.
It's amazing how much damage you do just flailing around with that thing.
No.
You gonna pass the token?
Oh, Yeah,
What are you
okay.
gonna do with your bonus action?
Oh, yeah.
defensive stance. Still standing it.
All right.
Thurmir is gonna start marching down here, and he looks really, really angry. And while he's marching,
make a
Adelbert can hear him talking to himself. A good man is in his grave while these mockeries of life and light continue to run. I'll not stand for it!
You really are the dad of the group.
Well played. Well played. I like that dialogue. Well done.
Me too.
I'll even give you inspiration for that.
What is inspiration?
You get a free advantage
Like
on
bardic inspiration
anything.
thing, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll take advantage for that.
And can't it be used
So-
like after the fact if you screw it up?
I don't know.
Well, it kind of ruins the moment of his anger if I
So-
use it for anything else.
So, real quick, if you bring up your character sheet, you'll notice that at the top of it, under main, there's a little spot that says INSP. If you check that, you can remind yourself that you have inspiration.
Plus
So
it
I
puts a
missed,
little
but
star.
if I use that inspiration now, do I get a re-roll or?
No, you use inspiration at the first, and you gain advantage on the roll
Okay,
that you're using.
so I
it
just want
for.
to make sure I'm clear on this. Sorry, out of character for a bit, but as I look at this, you basically just, if he checks marks that, you essentially gave him a gold star.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Inspiration-
because that's what shows up on the screen is a gold star.
That's to remind them that they have inspiration. Yes, a gold star works actually for it. So inspiration is a boon that's given for role-playing events, things of extraordinary
I know
nature.
what. Yeah,
And
I
it's
understand
something
what
that you can
inspiration is. I'm just
consume.
laughing about the star. You gave him a gold star, teacher. I'm just, well done. There we go.
Wait, is there an actual gold star somewhere? Or you just
Whenever you click the inspiration button, your little picture in Fantasy Realm says
Oh God,
gold
it does.
star.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yes.
2 points.
All right. Now, Thurok, did you do your attack?
Yeah, I did. I missed.
Oh, so that ghoul is
I-
no longer turned then.
Yeah.
That
Well,
is
I didn't hit
correct.
him.
Well,
You made a nice breeze. You're trying to clear away the fog and miasma from everybody.
I think the
Divas.
intent is I made.
All right, Divas takes a deep breath and heads into the room, firing twice as he comes.
I just picture Divas as a little secret agent.
Sure, I'll go with that.
Down.
I'm sure that's a hit.
Nice.
And
Pew.
hopefully that's a hit. Yep.
I'm sorry, that's not a pew pew. That's a thunk. Oh, well, one of them was a thunk.
Danger.
All right.
That's two little pews.
Eh, mm.
Hopefully
All
those
right,
will be spells
Exeter
a little
also seeing his friends choking decides, well, I must move up though a little bit. Takes a deep breath. Comes in the doorway.
okay, I'm going to get it. You need to give me a save.
Save, I know. That's what's
Do I
coming
need
at
to?
you. You were already in range. I wasn't.
later.
I think I'm okay.
I think you're okay too.
Let's see. Ghoul 4, I believe you're going to go down. Hopefully.
Yeah. F him up.
There we go.
Go.
Oh!
At least one of us can roll.
Ooh, okay, DM, call of order. Do I have line of sight? It kind of gets right around that curve.
Do the thing in
Oh.
Wanted where you kind of do that with your crossbow and it curves the arrow. Remember
If you
that
target
movie,
it,
Mark?
it'll give you a line.
We
You
just
have a
talking
line
about
that
it.
goes through a wall.
You have disadvantage on that attack.
Can you put
Oh
this?
man, if you make this, I'm gonna say it right.
How do I
There's
do
a
my
disadvantage
disadvantage?
button in the bottom left. There's an add and a dis.
There it is. Okay, got it. All right, here we go.
Big money,
Hey,
big money.
why did you do that? again?
Ah.
Oh, too bad. Well, it missed anyway.
Now
That
roll
would've
to
been
see if he hits Thurok. I mean,
no. Point.
He's
Oh!
already mad enough right now. Please don't hit him with an arrow.
No. For storytelling effect, I didn't actually hit Thurok, but suddenly his mallet or his weapon has a little pointy end coming out of it now.
Marshall,
You
I
just see him go.
I
You
don't
just see him go.
Go ahead.
You just see his head just like.
And I just go,
oh yeah, he's
moving on.
Oh,
Oh,
you-
sorry, did I do?
I actually show that you're not wounded at all.
No, I'm not.
20, 25, 30. All right. Let's see here. Let's try and hit him with my long sword. That will miss spectacularly.
He's running away.
Well, he's turned. He's afraid of Thurok.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm a very scary man.
Who can't hit anything. I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely.
Adalbert is going to come right
I'm
over
in my 50s. I'm blind.
here.
Adalbert,
Hey.
show us how it's done.
The guy who clearly has the highest body count so far in this fight.
Absolutely, but out of character, Marshall, taking a little bit. Some of us are closer to 50 than others. Mister, I'm blind.
Well,
just gonna say.
he just meant because he's an orc. And
I'm
orcs
gonna
have
use my
short
bonus
lifespans.
ability.
Give him the butt. Boink.
Butt him up.
Butter him up with the butt.
I can't believe you didn't kill him. This is an outrage.
You know who I am.
Do you know who I am?
Oh my god.
I am Captain
You're
Gordon
still-
Freeman of the
You're
Intergalactic
still alive.
Council
Do you know who I am?
Every time we enter a queue, me and Marshall,
Pass
and
the
yeah, pass the token. Every time we enter a queue, and I'm trying to queue as DPS, and we've got that long wait, I'm like, I'm so used to tank and healer queues. I'm like, this is an outrage. Do you know who I am?
It
Let
is.
me in.
5, 10, 15, 20. Target the ghoul. And I'm just going to give it a silent, murderous glare. Lift my mace and bring it down. Whoa, why did I roll twice?
Did you?
I'm telling you, there's something.
Because you're targeting yourself.
Oh.
Now,
Wait,
there you
no,
go.
it wasn't. Was it?
Attack at Thurk
Fortunately, you
Mirror.
missed yourself.
Yep.
Don't worry, you missed yourself and you managed to hit the ghoul. So
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
you
at
probably
least
just roll for damage and call it good.
Yes.
you hit the ghoul, but managed to hit your kneecap or missed your kneecap as well in the backswing.
There we
All
go.
right, I pasted its head. Just
Okay.
Okay. So once you've dealt with the ghoul issue in this room, there are
Cool job, everybody.
multiple doors out of this room. The one you entered, but of course back into the main hall area, there is one to both the east and the west. As the tunnel turns around, you see the passage continues to the south with two doors on the west, and where you're standing, you see a door to the north.
I'm going to rejoin the group.
now, can I assume that now that we've passed the poison check, we're kind of like gotten over it, or we don't?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to call out to my compatriots, guys. I'm going to check these doors as I'm going by.
I'll
Excellent.
keep an eye on you.
Let
I'll
me know
cover
if you
you.
need Matilda. I named my lockpicks.
Are they Matilda?
So,
Yes, they are Matilda.
Esther, that door in front of you is trapped, and it appears to be, well, it is locked as well. So you can tell it's both trapped and locked.
You should have named him Robin. Like Robin of Locksley.
Proceeding to use the lock picks that have been gifted to me by a good friend.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Here, I give it Matilda.
Okay. So you hear a click from the door. The lockpicks obviously worked. You feel a sharp pain as a needle comes to the door and jabs into your knuckle, injecting a painful acidic type of acid.
All right, he just calls out, Thurk, he got hit. I mean, Thurk, he got hit. Something like that.
Oh my
My
god.
hand, it's on fire!
All right, let me kiss it better.
Okay.
Which is worse, the fiery hand or your kiss? I don't know.
It's like that scene in Bill and Ted.
With the grandma.
Come give Grandma a kiss.
Ah!
All right. Back on target.
So did you just take damage, or
He took damage.
I
He
took
took 10
damage.
points of damage from a poison needle trap, which was built into the locking mechanism, which is why when I said this door is trapped and locked. And then
I
proceeded.
believe I said. Oh, maybe I did say trap. Okay, never mind. Moving
now I
on.
believe we were all given a potion, correct?
Yeah, I heard Jordy tell you it was trapped, and then you tried to pick the lock. That's what I heard.
I meant to say trap. Sorry. Okay,
You did
No, no, no.
successfully pick the lock, though, so I will give
Yes,
you
that's
that.
good. There we go. Yeah, well, anything to
All right.
inject myself with acid.
And yes, you should have a healing potion in your inventory.
Now here's the question. I mentally connect to Ilmander for a second. I have 2 spells remaining for the day. And we each have a potion. Shall I use my spells, or shall he quaff the potion?
I would say use potions at this point. Spells
Yeah.
are
Hey,
more
quaff
important.
it.
Quaff it.
We may
Quaff
need
it,
your
quaff
prayers
it.
later, priest.
I am no priest. I am no man's bosom.
Okay, so
Let me double check this.
Do we get to at least see what's in the room?
Oh, I'm
Would you
sorry. I have 3 spells left.
there's a so let's see. How do I? It's 2d4 plus 2. But I was just curious if I'm looking at it. Can I? There's some way to. Sorry, point of
I think you just
clarification.
have to roll 2d4 plus 2, and then
Okay.
apply
All
that
right.
to your wounds.
No, that's okay.
9 hit
So
points.
that's
Not
9.
bad.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Awesome.
Okay, so the door is unlocked now. So we should be able to. So, Valbren,
Hmm.
now that I burned myself, would you come here and check this? I'm going to back up a little bit.
If by check you mean open the door, absolutely, friend.
Open the door.
Okay, could you be any more? Never mind. Go ahead.
Irritating.
All right.
The air in this chamber is alive, dancing with some unseen energy. 2 thick pillars extending floor to ceiling hum. Between them sits an iron chest.
Can I point? Okay.
Exeter.
Oh,
Exeter, come back here.
Crap.
crap. What's going on? Let me look here.
Let me enter this room first, but you may want to.
Go ahead, but that chest looks just up my alley.
It certainly does, friend. I'm gonna just give this room a once over, Jordy. Just kind of looking around, looking for anything out of place, stuff like that, right? I'm not
Okay.
like investigating. I'm just kind of wandering around, making sure there's nothing there. So,
Watch those pillars, boy.
okay, yeah, specifically,
Okay.
yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, so I'm just gonna do a loop. So,
Okay.
doop, 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 doop. Ah, doop. There.
So, skirting the edge, avoiding the pillars as much as possible, you do not see anything out of the ordinary other than the hum that's coming from the pillars.
Hey, Exeter.
Mm.
Let's try that again. Exeter, come look at the chest. Divas, can you come in here too? I think you might want to look at these pillars.
Fascinating.
As I say, as X or
I need to train spellcraft or arcana. It's got to be some feat I can get at some point. Anyway,
Exeter,
can he is interested in the pillar. What's on the pillar again?
So, the pillars themselves are thick pillars, but they seem to let's see, 2 thick pillars extending floor to ceiling hum. So there isn't anything noticeable about them other than they're kind of humming and they kind of have this feeling of energy about
All right.
them.
I'd like
Okay.
to give you an investigation check on the pillars. He's trying to figure out where what the energy is, where the humming's coming from.
Give me an Arcana check now, please. You believe that these pillars have magical energy bound to them. Touching the pillars or the chest between them, you expect that it will basically charge off
energy.
a burst of energy through whatever's doing such.
So Diva says, well, they're obviously magical, and I'm pretty sure if you touch them, you will get a nasty surprise.
You
Both
have
the pillars and the chest.
you've heard of these type of traps before, and you believe that there's might be a couple ways that they could be disarmed. It's possible they may have a secret mechanism for disarming it, or it's also destroying the pillar should break the connection as well.
Oh, I could destroy the
He
pillars.
says,
But he just said touching the pillars would cause them to explode or cause the explosion of the magic power or whatever.
yeah,
is
but maybe we're not
correct.
touching it with a halberd or something. But he doesn't say that. He says we could try destroying it, but that wouldn't be my first suggestion. Exeter, maybe look around. There might be some way to disarm it. If the thing in the chest is valuable, then whoever put it there would probably have some way to get access to it themselves.
Has anyone here ever gone fishing?
Using his many years of, or not well, at least his years of investigating ancient ruins and moving around, Exeter proceeds to walk and closely examine the rest of the room, slowly proceeding around it.
So
Being careful
Exeter,
not to touch the pillars.
you are not seeing anything on the pillars. If there is such a trap, you're not seeing evidence of it, or you're not sure of it. So it is unknown to you. It's hidden at the time. So you're going to need to give me a perception check.
Well, you guys are all doing that, so I'm going to go down this hall and check out the doors.
Watch your back, boy.
Take someone with you. Thurrock, can you go with him?
Very well, but remember what I said about fishing. I do have a pole and
In
some
hunting,
rope.
Exeter, you find a small button that is almost indistinguishable from the pillar itself. But you're pretty sure if you click that, that might discharge the energy.
You're pretty sure it might.
Can I ask a question? Oh, sorry. So, a question: so it's on the pillar. Is it by any chance on the facet facing the doorway?
No,
Oh, dang, come on! I'd rather shoot it than touch it.
it's
Exeter.
on the back side.
Okay, so where? See, on the backside. So I'm gonna have to be right here ish.
Yes, I'm going to assume you wandered around
Okay.
the back side of it to get there, though. But
Okay.
yes.
Okay, guys, I found this button. I'm going to use my staff to push it. You might want to clear out, just in case.
It's a very tiny button. Your staff might be too big to press it in.
Oh, great.
Middlebert, I feel
This is-
a terrible.
Probably going to take the flesh of your finger to press this button.
Okay, hold on one sec, guys. And I lean. And he
Possibly
leans
a
out the
point
door.
of a dagger would work too.
Okay, I do have that. Good enough. But
Paperclip.
I yell out down the well.
Crossbow bolt?
I want to stage whisper out the door. Thurrock, get back here!
I noticed that everybody's
Diva
tokens
says,
out the door again.
Crossbow
No,
bolt.
I went in the doorway to whisper that. Now I'm coming around the back.
Thurrock
Oh, okay,
is going
okay.
to lose his hair by the end of the dungeon.
Diva says crossbow bolt might be safer because it will not.
I'll bring you up to speed, Thurrock.
That was what I was trying to do, but I'm going to be standing right beside it, regardless of whether it's a dagger or a crossbow bolt. It's going to be right there.
I'm going to stand right here, equidistant between Adelbert and the goings on in room terrible.
Yeah, did I see anything about these
All right.
doors?
So
Oh,
taking
let's
the
Alderberg, you're down there checking the doors. The doors, both of those doors. Let's see. Let me look over your rolls real quick. Neither of those doors are trapped nor locked.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wait then and not do anything. I'm good.
Okay.
Exeter in his role as being the smallest, dummy in here, will go ahead and take his dagger and, cringing from
Do
it,
you want me to push that
press the button.
You got it.
It's done.
The button presses in, and the hum stops from the pillows.
Good
Exeter takes
job,
a deep
Exeter.
breath and sighs.
Don't let down your guard. The chest itself may still be trapped.
Hey, take my victories where I can get them. Just
Well,
hold your horses.
you're
All
right.
right,
I
so
apologize.
I move down here. Okay, and now with checking, glancing at the pillars, making sure that the sound has gone away and that everything else seems to be okay. Exeter, says, "I believe it's clear, but let me look at the chest first." To his compatriots out the door, and proceeds to go ahead and take a look at the chest and start
Okay.
reviewing it.
The chest is filled with flesh-eating scarabs.
You've watched The Mummy way too many times.
Alas, I've only seen it twice all the way through, unfortunately.
So
It's a great
the
movie.
chest is
Yes.
not trapped, but it is locked.
All right.
I'm assuming you still have
So-
Matilda.
Matilda, don't fail me now.
You hear a click from the lock mechanism, and you have successfully unlocked the chest. Not the trap. There is actually not a trap.
Don't do that to me!
What are you talking about? There's no trap. I don't know what you're.
There's no trap! Oh, there was a trap.
Lifting the lid, inside this chest is a leather pouch, 3 scrolls bound up, and a book that appears to be bound in some type of leathery skin.
Okay, so I pick up. Well,
Do you
I
want
proceed
me
to go ahead and would you guys come in here? I believe I found something.
This is definitely the target that you were after, though.
That was what I was going to
Yeah.
say. I was going to do an Arcana investigation on it or something to say, hey, is this the book we're looking for?
Well, terrifying grimoire.
Come on in, guys.
And
I'll investigate it as well.
Okay, so who's doing the investigation of the book? Because
Beavis, this
I
may be
will
more
assist.
up your speed, so I'll
Oh.
go ahead. But I'll take a look at it too, see if I can find anything. So I
Why don't
assist
I
Beavis
assist
in
you?
reviewing it.
Oh, you're
I-
gonna assist me?
Yeah,
I
assist
am going to
you.
just wordlessly get like a blanket out of my bag so I can wrap it up once they're done investigating.
okay,
And then Jordy, when you've resolved all that, I have a question.
sure.
Unless you want me to ask it now.
Go ahead and ask your question.
If so, my divine sense specifically states that within the same radius as my normal stuff, I can detect the presence or of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as if with the hollow spell. Could I use this and detect? I mean, I guess if you want me to just burn use and
Whether this has been consecrated or desecrated,
yeah.
and it is not.
Do you want me to burn a use for that?
I mean, if you'd like to, you
Yeah,
can. But
I
yeah.
try it.
So yeah,
While I'm there, is there any undead or anything within 60 feet of me?
no.
Okay.
And this is your investigation. This is definitely a spell book, bound in some type of humanoid type flesh. So yes, you're pretty sure this is the target that you were after.
Diva says,
Okay.
"This is it. Let's get out of here before she notices."
Well, so let's
Before any of our comrades.
wait. You're right. Yeah, absolutely that. But there's some other things here. Can we take a look at them real quick, just in case? I mean,
Why don't we grab them? Let's put them in my
Grab what-
backpack and let's get out to the ship. We can look at
Grab
them on the
whatever's-
ship.
Yes, grab
Yeah.
whatever's in the chest, but let's not explore this place any more than we have to. And
As much as I want to.
Wrap it up. Yeah. My player brain's like loot the place, and then my role player brain is like people are dying upstairs.
let's take Alderberg's way out. We can just take the look at those doors on the way by. I mean, hey, it's on the way.
Every moment we delay, people may be dying. Let's go.
You have a point. Plus the fact I have a date that I don't want to get to be killed. Let's go.
We don't want to know if there's traps or anything in there. We
Wait,
should
isn't it the
probably
other way?
go.
All right.
All right, I think I see Exeter heading for the exit, and I follow close behind.
That Kraken door is an unknown variable. Maybe we should
That's
go back.
true. Yeah. Point taken.
Okay.
Do you want me to lead still?
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely. I'm
Tatemans.
Jordy, or
I'm fine.
I hope
The
Jordy's
bodies
can
between
stop
me and-
us. If,
I'm
you know-
watching.
okay.
Crap! I
Did
don't
you
like the
just go in a
sound of
big
that.
circle. Anyway,
I'm watching your path. Yeah, don't worry. I'll yell if something happens.
I was going to say, did we really? I might have gone ahead and I could have stealthed my way out just to make sure that nothing had shown up.
Why do I feel like we just rang someone's doorbell and ran?
ran? That's exactly what we did. Although
guys.
we did leave those, the one thing we also left just out of character was those crystals back
No,
behind.
we took some.
Your party emerges from.
They were dead ones. They weren't the lit ones like they were in the whole deal. But yeah, you're right. We had the crystals from the bodies.
Your party emerges from the dark cavern to the ship. Calibrax is waiting for you. Did you get it?
We did.
We found a book wrapped in
Oh,
human
can I
skin.
say that Divas has it? Is that safe?
I think so.
I
Yeah,
thought
Thurk grabbed it.
Oh,
Thurk threw
yeah,
a
he put
blanket
it-
over, and yeah.
he unwraps it, and he is careful not to touch it with his bare hands. And he
Calbrex unfurls a scroll. Hold still. This will only take a moment. She reaches out and Bart begins to utter an incantation. In a flash of blue light, you're transported to a circle of runes on a forest floor.
Oh! Well,
Hold on.
Where are we?
Give me just one moment.
Well, I certainly
don't-
wasn't expecting that.
What is this? This is an outrage. I didn't want to do this. Where's my will save?
I don't believe we are in Kansas anymore.
Toto.
Toto, I bless the rains.
Let's see.
I just wanted to screw over Frieza. This is hardly ideal.
So, in a flash of blue light, you're transported to a circle of runes on the forest floor. Dark pine trees with enormous spider webs block out the sky. Injured and dead harpers are laid out on stretchers, and the remains of skeletons, zombies, demons, constructs, and more litter the ground. Before you is the monolithic tower of black stone that Zaldara calls home. The smell of flesh burning and the ring of steel emanates from the place of horrors. Stay here, calls the voice of Ramilla Haventry. The elf stands behind you, her left leg crisp with burned flesh and her right arm limp and bleeding. She screams at the tower, Zaldara! It is done! We have your spell book.
Oh, please tell me we're not actually, like, betraying the Harpers or something.
What?
Okay.
No, we have her spellbook. You have her spellbook.
No. Yeah, we just got pulled into the. So
I flip her the bird.
Everybody point. Everybody
An
point
instant-
to their right.
An
Which
instant
side?
later, there's a terrible crack. Appearing before you is a woman with a face that is half beautiful, half skull. Despite her ragged breath and multiple fresh wounds, the Duchess of Rot is still clearly a force to be reckoned with. She points a finger at Ramilla and lifts her high into the air and drops the elf back down to the ground, unconscious. The Lich then turns to you. I'll take that back, she says with a weak but defiant voice.
Oh, no, I don't think you will.
If you try, I'll burn it to ash right here.
I will burn you before you can destroy that, she says as she points her finger at you.
What? One
okay,
second.
so I'm
Let's all calm down. We just want some information.
Information.
Information. That is
All
all we
this.
require.
All this is just for information.
On the death curse that's been afflicting all the people in the land.
While they are talking, can I bend down and start trying to heal Ramil?
Sure.
or at
yes.
least stabilize her.
Well, you can stabilize her. If you try to do much to revive, you may break this stalemate.
All right, in that case, I'll cast Spare the Dying on her. She's stabilized. Poof!
Knowledge, you say?
Knowledge.
You will give back that which is mine.
I will give back that which is yours if you give us the knowledge we seek.
You appear to be of a holy order. You are a paladin, yes?
Some may call me that.
I will take your oath that you will give my book back and leave my forest. And I will let you leave with knowledge and those that remain alive.
Very
The
good.
dead, too.
I think this is most agreeable.
Very well. Your question was about the death curse?
The death curse.
Powerful magic at afoot. It has caused difficulties to the ability to soul trap phylacteries of mine and my kin. I have been looking into this phenomenon.
And what have you found in your research?
There is only one thing that could cause such a excuse me, prolonged There's only one thing that could cause such a phenomenon, and it is an ungodly necromantic device called the Soulmonger.
The
Bring me a
Soulmonger?
lozenge.
What its purpose is beyond consuming souls is unclear to me. But I do know that amount of dark energy gathered by the Soulmonger is enough to power an undead being the like this world has never seen.
Interesting.
I
Do you
cannot
know of a way of... Good.
know of a way.
Do you know of a way of counteracting or destroying this thing with hopefully restoring those around us?
I do not know how to destroy this thing, but I have an idea where it might be.
Tell us.
I cannot give you the exact location of the Soulmonger, but I have been able to determine that it is somewhere in the peninsula known as Jolt.
Jolt.
Anybody else have any other questions?
How do we know you're telling the truth?
So, I think I can answer this question. Why would she lie?
Because she's a
Indeed.
vile undead witch.
I agree, but
She's a
she
bitch.
also has a lot on the line. Her phylacteries are affected by this curse. Why would she lie if people are going to go take the chance to destroy it?
The
Because she
paladin
trusts
makes
you.
a good case.
Keep your
Orc.
tongue behind your teeth, boy. I didn't agree to your oath.
Okay, calm down for a minute. We're still trying to figure things out. He turns to the Lich and says, so, since you have a vested interest in this, what can you do to help? If we were to, let's say, go looking for this thing.
For starts, not killing you should be sufficient.
Pretty good
Mean
start.
that-
Yes. Threats duly noted and everything else. But is there any other
I
little...
am not giving any boon to those who have raided my tower and
Raided?
defiled my forest.
That's
We've not
exactly what we did.
I mean, it's looking pretty defiled before we got here. But
Well, that's what I'm saying. Defile. You say defile. I say we're looking around. It's kind of a gray area, don't you
We
think?
had a treaty with your kind, and you came and assaulted my tower and invaded my home
Understood. In addition to this
and
information,
stole
then,
my property.
yes, and would you have given this information freely?
We are the villains here, guys.
I'm still going to say, would you have given this information freely?
Did it occur to you to ask?
Of course it occurred to us.
Did it?
It also occurred that if we asked and you didn't like the fact that we asked, we would be little pieces of flesh in your control. So
undead don't have rights. Just saying. Hashtag.
You got what you asked for. You got your knowledge.
we would
Fulfill your part
also
of the bargain
ask that
in my book.
the truce would be reinstated. Let us go away from here. We've lost folks. You've lost some things, but let's call bygones bygones. And as an added bonus, we will see what we can do
Very
to
well.
rectify
But-
this situation.
Give me my book and get out of my forest, and you can leave with your skin intact.
Thuruk.
Thuruk looks like for a second he's gonna burn the book, and then finally he sighs and just throws it to the ground and turns around and storms away.
Valbrand will pick up the book and walk over to her and hand it to her.
Very well. She takes the book, looks at you for a moment, and then sneers and vanishes.
You're a handsome one.
All right, so Exeter will go over to the elf.
That
Okay.
was haunting.
Once you
in
go
the
rock,
aftermath,
you know you got
and
got.
gosh. Okay, so Thurk stormed off a little ways. I'll shout, hey, all right. Your sensibilities are all taken care of. Can you come over here and help these people?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I was planning on doing anyway.
Time to start. So I can stabilize 2 people with lay on hands, and just automatically put them in 1 hit point, and then I have 2 spells left that I can do. First level cure light wounds.
I just walk around, and anybody who isn't stabilized, I cast Spare the Dying on them. It's a cantrip. I'm just choop, 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 choop.
Yeah, we'll let Thurok do
Okay.
it.
All right. So your group renders aid where they can, stabilizing those who they can, healing check, moving, making those comfortable. You're able to get Remelia back up from being unconscious,
Well,
and
And I help her up with a hand up as far as I can reach, at least.
Let me tell you, my lady, a little burned skin does not dissuade.
Hey, I'm not going to be that crass. Let her get healed up first. Come on,
I like
man. I'm
my
not even that
chicken
bad.
extra crispy.
Dude, now you're just making
Wow.
me sound creepy. I mean, what the
My
frick? I mean, I
God!
have some standard here. I'm not going to
Wow.
be quite that bad. Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, he has to be able to come up past her leg, and if he can't tell because of the burn marks.
Oh,
okay. Remember, we want to keep
Focus.
this clean.
Focus.
And
Yeah.
focused.
Focus,
And
Panda.
focused.
Focus.
Yes. Well, definitely clean. But I mean,
my apologies.
I can, yes. Anyway.
Okay. back to the game at hand. Uh,
I lend her my staff as she seems to have a little bit of trouble walking, and we'll then. How far away are we from town? I guess. Question. Stop it, George.
Don't blame me, Tom started it!
so
God.
wagons are brought in. The injured and dead are taken back, and the caravan returns to Baldur's Gate. By land, it's not that far. It was much longer out and around the coast to get there. As evening is falling, your caravan arrives back in Baldur's Gate. Remelia thanks you for your assistance, gives you the promised coin, and suggests that perhaps you speak to Sonara at her home in the morning, or even this evening, if you're up for it, that she has requested an audience with you.
I suggest no. We're not doing any evening thing. I'm sorry. Even though if nothing else, I'm going to at least have a meal with her. I mean, come on.
I will go see her. I don't know how much longer she is for this world with that death curse.
That's actually very true. I didn't even think about that. We probably should do it tonight.
I'll
Don't
go.
worry, my friend. You will have dinner with her before we leave the city. I promise. I will make it happen.
Fine. Let's lay plans of halflings and whatever you are. Moving on.
Half orc, actually.
I think we're all half something.
I'm not.
I'm half orc and half confident, as far as I've seen.
There you go.
Half competent, I meant.
Half.
All
I
right,
don't
let's
know.
go visit.
Fog and mist has a lot to be concerned from you whenever you're using that mace. Anyway, so
Okay.
what else are we doing here? So then,
So no,
are
let's go
you
visit
planning?
Sildra. Sildra. Hang on. I have her name.
Syndra
Damn it.
Sylvain.
Syndra Sylvain.
Syndra Sylvain.
do we have no location to move our little tokens to?
Well, I do not for the Baldur's Gate, but I'm going to give you a in-character spot. So, you've been invited to the home of Syndra Sylvain. You'd met her earlier, and you know from what you've learned, she's a retired adventurer and merchant. A uniformed attendant leads you up a grand staircase to the 3rd floor. then ushers you into a wood-paneled room with a fireplace, comfortable chairs, and a heavy table bearing goblets and bottles of wine
I
are
like
in the
this
middle
one.
of the room. The darkly paneled walls are hung with maps and sea charts. Racks, shelves, and cabinets hold hundreds more rolled up maps and charts.
Out of
Give us
character, real quick.
Sin-
Jordan, has there ever been a character that you've done that didn't like wine? I'm just curious.
They're all Vikings, of course. They like wine.
Even my paladin's a frickin' Viking.
I immediately sweep forward and say, "Apologies for our appearance. We
Syndra,
You say to the woman in
Syndra.
the iron mask.
Syndra Sylvain is seated in an open fire. Only her head emerges under a heavy blanket, which is also draped over the chair, and her embroidered hood and a silver mask conceal her face. She looks at you and nods to you, Thurok, and says, No, I am glad that you came so quickly after your encounter. I've heard a little bit, but it went well then? You recovered information?
as much as could be expected, I suppose."
Good. Help yourselves to wine and seat yourselves, friends, and let us talk.
Very
What-
good.
On your way back, I was brought up to speed with a sending spell, but I would prefer to hear it from the heroes of the day, from your lips, if you would.
Well, we found the phylactery. We're forced to turn it over. The Queen of Rot was quite a powerful opponent, but she was amenable to discussion, and by the end of it, we discovered that there is a... What is it? What would you describe it as? This soulmonger, a powerful necromancer, or a necromantic effect?
It sounded more like a device to me.
Necromantic, yeah.
A device called a soulmonger that seems to be devouring the souls of the slain and channeling them towards some vile, massive undead of tremendous power. She says it's somewhere in Chult.
In Chult, that's what they said in the ascending as well. And dear cleric, I understand that not destroying an undead abomination like the Duchess of Rot leaves a bad taste in your mouth that may not go away for some time. Perhaps some wine might help with that, but perhaps not. But sometimes in the course of a greater good, there must be a little sacrifice.
I understand, but I will pass on the wine. I am not one for... It's far too weak for one of my constitution.
I'll
So,
have his.
so Cholt, our item
A glass of
of
wine.
need. Good. If food would be to your liking, you must be
Anything alcoholic.
exhausted after your events. Hopefully it was not too telling. I am glad you participated. I'm glad for what you've located. Now, on to the other matter at hand. This thing called the Soulmonger. It's in Chult. Would you be willing to join me? I have some knowledge of the peninsula of Chult. I have actually visited. I at one time was a traveler, and I have some merchant contacts down in there. And I would be, if I could employ your service in assisting to destroy this thing called the Soulmonger.
I will go.
I'm in as well, though. Are you sure you're physically up for the journey with your illness?
I have ways to get out there. And I am not done for yet. And I would see a conclusion to this hopefully before I am done for. But so you agreed, but you didn't ask for a price.
Not this time, I didn't. If you're paying, I'll take whatever you're
That
giving.
that
But
is that is very noble of you. I have acquired some small wealth, and
well, that's good because I can't
once
speak for my comrades.
once you succeed, I will offer you a choice of a magical type item from what I have collected over the years. Each, if that would suit your groups.
I
That
always
sounds
like to
fine for
find
me.
new things.
Well,
Do you have
I would-
anything sharp and pointy on a stick?
I might have some sharp and pointy objects. And I can attest that Cholt is rumored to be filled with ruins and treasures, which I'm expecting a skilled group like yourself will bring back their fair share from.
well, skilled. Let's.
So let's Cholt. I have the ability to teleport myself out there. For you, it would be too much of a strain. So I have hired the services of a friend who runs the ship, the Coast Runner, to sell to Cholt.
You must be
That's
a powerful mage.
Sorry, real quick, out of character. Is this the same coast? This isn't the same ship that we were on, was it earlier?
No, the ship that you were on cannot safely make the journey.
I was afraid of that.
The Coast Runner is a very fast ship. It will still take 10 days to get there.
All right. Well, when do we leave?
After I have dinner.
I promised the boy.
The ship
I
The ship-
apologize.
the ship is ready to leave in the morning if you're ready. The captain's name is Gundark Fancy Pants. Yes, that is his name. Please, he is a friend. He might be a little eccentric, but he's a good dwarf.
Is that a mononym?
Eccentricity is my favorite character trait.
Fancy pants. I like that.
I
Are
will
his pants fancy though?
leave that
Hello
for
there,
you to
Captain
discover
Fancy.
for yourselves. His ship is set. The ship is the Coast Runner. It's set to leave in the morning with you on board.
Is it in the
when you
C
get-
ward or the C ward? Sorry, from our
So-
other game.
So we are actually in Baldur's Gate, not Waterdeep.
I
But I understand the confusion. Sometimes
Get your
the
reference.
two cities look very similar.
That one.
Regardless, I will meet you in Port Nizaru at the estate of my good friend Wakana or Tamaru.
Can you spell both Nazaru and Wakana Tanaru?
I can give you a writ of paper that
Sorry,
has their
that was out of
names
character.
listed
Out
on
of
it.
character.
So
For my notes.
yeah, I know. We'll
Okay.
take care of the notes. Don't worry.
Perfect.
I'll provide it to the notes. I'm just not going to spell it right now in the middle of the game. But I actually have it to link. Okay. And I'll remind you too for this one, so not to worry. Very well. Well, if it's all settled, I will leave you and your friend to find dinner.
Exeter. Should we go get you cleaned up for your date?
Absolutely.
mind.
And if you don't mind, and then so off we go. And I'm assuming we're all. Let's get back to the inn. I have things to do.
I will
Adelbrecht.
spend some time with these items and see if I cannot discern their magical qualities.
Adelbert, Davis, you guys were awfully quiet during this conversation.
Yes, well, I mean, I don't know really what else to say. There's an evil thing. It's taking up the souls. We got to go get it. Find some way to destroy it or stop it. Sounds good to me. And hey, if we get some shiny items out of it, that's more the better.
Are we outside of the house now, or are we still in a room?
You guys, are you ready to leave?
Mm-hmm.
No.
The house.
The house. Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh.
He's a
You people
one-track
keep
mind.
trying to get me.
Nope.
Okay.
Stop being led by your pants, little one.
So
The gold is nice, but that wasn't the only reason I went
So-
down that Lich's cavern.
all
Just
right,
saying.
all right. So this is how we kind of run this one. Each individual you have between now and the morning when your ship is set to sail. Exeter,
Mm-hmm.
why don't you tell me what you do to pass the time?
Actually, before we all get started on doing our own thing, there's actually a conversation I wanted to have with everyone in the group.
Okay.
We're
Then
outside.
while you're outside, then Thurrock.
I
There's a
kind
walking
of
back
turn to
there.
everyone and I say, this may sound a little strange, but I don't entirely trust.
Oh,
Does anyone else get that feeling? I believe she's hiding something. Something much more than
she's
mere...
an elf, isn't she?
We don't know.
I
We don't
think
know their math.
that one-
Well, I don't entirely trust you either. I've only met you the other day.
I understand that, but the six of us, or the four of us, five of us, however many there are, I can't count them, a half orc. The five of us have been through life or death together, but there's something about her. She's a powerful mage, and yet powerful enough to teleport a 10-day and a half across the world. And she wears that mask, and yet for some reason, perhaps I'm being strange, but I can't shake it. There's something about...
Well, I don't know if you're going to find any more information out here. Probably the best thing to do is to go see if we can do this thing she's asking of us.
I'll talk
Yes.
with Amelia this evening when we're having our little tete-a-tete. And
Tete-a-tete.
I mean, so tete-a-tete, yes. And see if there's anything else I can glean for her without endangering the rest of my evening.
Very well. It's more than likely I'm just jumping at shadows. History and Luskin will do that to you. However, well,
It never
It's-
hurts.
the-
Never hurts to be wary, friends.
yes, whatever happens, this soulmonger does indeed need to be taken care of.
The ultimate goal is definitely one to strive for, but it does not hurt to proceed with caution.
Yes,
Very
indeed.
well.
Okay.
All right, we'll see each
So-
other in the morning then.
That charisma check has a reason. I'll tell you in a minute.
All right. Well, you know what, Exeter? Let's put you towards the end. So you're going on a date, yes?
I'm doing several things, but continue on.
All right. So let's start with Valbrand.
Oh boy, what's Valbrand gonna do? Okay, so let's think here. What would Valbrand do? If we are going on a journey, the first thing he would do is actually take stock of his own provisions. Valbrand grew up in the frozen far, far to the north, like, you know, Greenland type area. So he knows that provisions and whatnot were going to be important. So after taking stock of his own personal provisions, he would seek out his comrades and make sure they were prepared. He'd also, any information he can gather up on Cholt, he would find out so that he can also make sure he dresses appropriately for the weather down there. Again,
Okay.
coming from the extreme cold to a much warmer climb, he is very much interested in not having that whole man, it's hot in here, and maybe I should take off about 10 pounds of fur, you know.
Very well. You may purchase any provisions you would like. The knowledge that you have of Cholt. Cholt is a temperate jungle. Daytime temperatures are normally in the mid 90s and humid.
So should I
Evening-
like puncture air holes through my arm?
Evenings rarely drop below 70, and it is rare that it does not rain. In fact, sometimes there are major downpours that force people from huddling up and waiting out the storm. So it is moist, hot, and humid. And there are mosquitoes the size of robins
Very
or
nice.
rocks.
Well, then I'm going
it was
to.
nice
I'm just
movie,
gonna.
people. I'm out.
F this crap. I'm out. All right, then. Yeah, I'm gonna. Good luck, everyone. We'll see you later. I'm going back to the north.
So, Davis, what do you do for your time while the group
Right.
separates and then regroups?
So first off, he's going to replenish his crossbow bolt supply. So he just finds some general store somewhere where he can purchase some crossbow bolts at a reasonable price.
Okay.
He only needs a dozen or so. I assume he can get those at a good price, like a silver, something
The
like
standard, I'll use the standard out of the player's handbook.
that. Okay. All right, I'll just make a note. Standard cost. Okay. Next, he wants to work on his magical studies. Now, this might be more difficult.
Okay.
So he would like to see if he can acquire a scroll or
There were 3 scrolls.
There were 3
that
scrolls.
were part of that.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
in the party treasure right now.
Okay.
I did take the liberty of separating the gold, which is why you saw gold pieces put out to all of you. That was both the gold that was found in the chest and the 500 gold reward.
Okay.
Oh, Marshall, you said you were looking over the shield, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna put it in the party treasure so you can take it back out.
So he's going to spend some time with those scrolls.
Okay.
He's going to try to learn those spells, try to understand them.
All right.
And then he's also, he's still also interested in improving his magical studies with the resources of the town. So he's going to look around for any kind of shop or library or something like that where he can acquire other spells.
Okay.
Spells that he doesn't know.
Sexy spells.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So
No. There's only one of those in this group. Go ahead.
So you will be able to find any 1st through 3rd level spell inscribed to a scroll form.
Okay.
And I'll double check. You should have the resource to bring up the prices. If you don't, I have them where I can bring them up for the cost of those.
I was looking for prices and I didn't see anything. He's interested
All
in
right.
particular. He's heard of that spell that allows you to lift objects, and he remembers when there was that chest, thinking that
Levitate?
I was thinking of Mage's Hand. Or is that a cantrip?
Cantrip,
Mage's
but
Hand
it only
has a
lives 5
cantrip.
pounds.
Okay.
Okay, so I will double check that with what you're doing. Very well. Aldebert, what will you be spending your time and resources doing?
Seeing as I don't nothing really, I don't really think I need anything. I mean, he's going to go over to Volbrand and ask him, Volbrand, you seem to be pretty good preparing. Is there anything I need to be buying to go to the jungle?
Well, it's going to be very hot, very humid. So light clothes. Of course, we'll probably want some provisions. The ship will probably be okay on the ship. We'll probably be okay in the town. But I don't think we'll be okay once we hit the road. I don't think we're going to be teleporting everywhere. I don't know. But I'm going to prepare with at least 10 days of 10 day of provisions, some couple water skins, and some loose clothes.
Okay, I think I've got all that in my explorer's pack. I do? Yeah, 10 days of rations, a water skin, tinderbox, 10 torches.
Yes, I don't think we'll need the torches. I don't think it'll be dry enough, but it never hurts to hold them.
Never know.
Never
All right,
know.
so like, So he's gonna. Adelbert's gonna. At that point, he's gonna go retire to his room, and
Okay.
so he's going to. So he's gonna look at that. So he's got that sash. It's got the seal, the symbol of Bahamut on it, and he's gonna untie it off of his arm and lay it down on his bed and look at it and kind of take a second and pray and just go I hope the justice we can bring to the people by getting rid of the soul monger item hopefully can outweigh the injustice of letting that lich live. May you guide my point and let me have your strength. And then he's going to retire for the night.
Amen.
Amen.
Quick point of out of character. Who actually ended up with that amulet?
You mean
What I
Also, is anyone going to object to Divis holding on to all 3 of the scrolls? I think he's the only one that can cast it.
I'm not.
I think he can. I think.
I can use a couple of them, but you're fine.
well,
Like I already have
And he's going
invisibility.
to try to learn identify immediately. He's going to actually wait on the others. He takes a look at them and realizes they're kind of out of his league right now. He's going to hold on to them, maybe learn them later.
Well, I already have invisibility, so someone else can take that.
Okay, and on that note, here's his Arcana check to try to learn.
Is that how you do it? I don't think you have to do an Arcana check anymore.
Let me
Yeah,
jump back to that one in just a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Thurok.
All right. Well, first of all, he's going to go with Adelbert and Valbrand as they shop. He's going to
Okay.
make sure he's got supplies. He's also going to go out of his way to try and find insect repellent and antivenom.
Okay.
And after that, he's going to go back to the house or to the inn where they're staying. And I believe the rules for identifying is if you spend a short rest with it, you can identify it. Is that how it goes?
That is. We'll clarify that one in a moment. So
Alright,
we
so-
have a magical shield, and we do have 10. We do have a set of bolts that were magical as
Oh,
well.
that's right. So he's basically going to order an ocean's worth of beer and sit in his room and identify the shield.
Wait, didn't you just tell the other lady you don't partake of alcohol?
No, he doesn't partake of wine because it's too weak.
Are your compatriots going to hand over those magical bolts for you to check them?
I would ask
think
them.
that's
I'd
fine.
be just like, take.
I don't know how many there are, what they do.
I think
but
they have
we
the
might split
splendid
'em if they're
crossbow.
nice.
Yeah, I was going to say like 5. Are we talking about the splendid
Yeah.
crossbow
Yes.
bolts?
You guys
I believe.
split.
Okay,
Everyone, just give me all your magic items and I'll identify them and give them back in the morning
good enough.
and not take them.
And not take
And
them.
Divis is going to be busy with the scrolls anyway.
All right. Very well. And now to our good friend Exeter.
All right. So to begin with, I go ahead and I go along with them for a little bit on their shopping quest to go ahead and get an additional to replenish my crossbow bolts, which would be 12
Okay.
from what I believe was shot in what we were doing. I already have the appropriate clothing and water skin. I do go ahead and pick up, realizing I still don't have anything to see by. I pick up a torch. And then quickly leave the group to head to the into the inn and clean myself up. Now, along the way, and as we were discussing this, I was also in my head composing a new little ditty to explain our wonderful, most recent adventure. Excuse me. So, while in the inn, I go ahead and. In addition to sitting and talking with Vermilia, who I'm assuming was, do I need to do any check for that one? Sorry, I'm going to ask that for her to go ahead and actually have dinner with me.
No, she did agree before.
Okay.
So
All right.
yes.
Oh, that's right. That she did. Thank you. Yes.
That is
So
correct.
anyway, so she and I, and not wanting to stress her, but then I also perform for the house this new composition as well as a few old favorites, and and try to gain some additional support. Now, I also talk with Amelia and see if I can get any additional information for Syndra. as part of that. And frankly, I also ask kind of around the room at different points, seeing if I can pick up any information with regards to her or anything else that has to do with this most recent affliction of the folks who are dying, or who are, excuse me, who are dying, who were once, revived and everything.
Okay.
So sorry, go ahead.
So, all right. So let's see.
I'm working the room, as they say, and also working Remelia.
So repeat that real quick. So you're working to find out what they know about the death curse.
I'm looking for some additional information, if any, on the death curse and also Syndra.
Okay. So the information that you're able to gather from your information on the death curse is that, yes, it is affecting. There are quite a few people that are being affected, and people are a little worried about it. The adventurers are not moving out to the wilds as much. People are kind of trying to stay home because the current understanding is right now, those that die cannot be brought back from the dead, and those that have previously died seem to start rotting. Some of those individuals have passed on, as your friend did.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those who were much more powerful, though, they are still around, but they seem to wither over the weeks.
Okay.
And get weaker and weaker and weaker. The temples have been working to it. No one has been able to cure it or stop it from happening. And of course, you have the knowledge that you got from the Lich about the Soulmonger. As for your other question, that individual has been a member of the Harpers, is a friend of Remelia's, and was a adventurer for quite a time till she retired and took up just being a merchant. She was slain long ago, and multiple times actually, and brought back from the dead from her party. Eventually, she decided she'd had enough of it and retired to a life of a merchant, where she's made trading contracts and been very successful as a merchant. Okay. But of course, with the death curse hitting like it has, she has as well been afflicted by the rot and devastation.
So is there anything specific about her background as far as good person, decent? I mean, she's an adventurer, obviously, but any interesting tidbits that I might have picked up with regards to her kind of her personality and her beliefs?
Yes, in fact. What you do know, let's see. Let me just put that in real quick. So she has a reputation as being a decent, generous individual. However, she has been known in the past to be quick to anger and very much secretive, as a wizard could be. She is definitely a caster, and was somewhat of a very powerful wizard before becoming the merchant that she is. Those who do know her trust her and like her very well, which is why Remelia has worked well with her.
Okay.
Remelia does tell you that she is a trustworthy individual.
Okay, excellent. So with that, having gathered that information, I do go ahead and ask the innkeeper if, after having performed for the folks and making everybody happy, if, kind of in trade, he might be willing to go ahead and give me 5 days worth of rations.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, I think we can. Money. We can accomplish that.
We can let-
accommodate
okay.
that.
Now here's the more difficult one. So prior to, obviously we've had a rough night and everything else. And obviously the content of this specific deal. So
Mhm.
I bid Remelia a good evening, knowing that she is still healing and everything else. However, I look to get sort of an open-ended invitation that if I should pass back this way, that we might continue. Have another evening of frivolity, if nothing else.
Right back.
And that was the charisma check, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Let's see.
Let's see if the halfling sees things or gets shot down.
Yes, she would be very much open to them.
Excellent.
You're a
All
serious
right.
criminal.
Sweet. All right. So, kissing her hand and farewell and everything else, retire back to the inn room and prepare my packs and everything else for continuing our journey.
Okay. So, for spell scrolls,
The computer went into standby.
So, yeah.
Exeter. Cantrips. It looks like cantrips are going to be 50 gold. First level spells you can pick up for 100 gold. Second level, and they're going to jump by that. So 50 gold, 100 gold for first level, 200 gold for second levels.
Gotcha. All right.
Nice.
Well, with my current budget, I'm going to attempt to learn the identify spell.
Okay.
And to clarify on what was said earlier, if it was found in another wizard's spell book, then it would cost money but not require a roll. Because it was found on a scroll, it does not require money but does require a roll.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right. So the DC, as I understand it, would be 11 because it's 10 plus the spell's level. In this case,
Correct.
It's only level 1, which is good because he's not even trained in Arcana, which I have got to figure out how to fix. But here we go.
Could have taken it as a background skill.
Yeah, in retrospect, perhaps that would have been wise, but
Okay.
the background I chose fit his character.
You are successful, yes.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and add that one to the book. Didn't
Okay.
actually see what I rolled. I still can't see it. Move all the windows.
Well, it's in the
It
tower.
was in the tower.
It was in the tower.
Right. Yes.
You rolled a 7.
Got it. Okay, moving on. So I actually barely learned it. Cool.
Okay. Now, while you're doing that, let me bring up. See, did you throw those back into the party sheet?
Yeah.
Those items, or okay?
Not all the
So-
crossbow bolts made it in, I don't think, though.
I have
threw
some in
mine
my
in.
inventory. Let me put them in there.
Okay.
Splendid. There it is. That didn't work. Let's try that again.
Or just have Jordy
So,
identify them in your inventory.
It's not the right shield. Volbrand, you got me with the wrong shield.
Huh?
There's just a normal shield in there. It's not the shield.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I put my shield in there.
Okay, I have identified those. Well,
Can you just change the quantity to 5?
really,
How do
people
let's see. How can we? Is it possible to grab all 5 of them at once?
I thought so.
should be.
You just grab the dot and drag it over.
When
Well,
I grab
those are
the
one at a
dot, it
time.
moves. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
they
okay. I'll
have
just delete the
been.
ones I have and add the ones from the party sheet.
They should be identified now.
Okay.
So
We're
I'm
going to
grabbing
break
from
those
the
back
lower
out.
one. Exeter.
Okay, go ahead. Good.
Okay, so that shield, it has well made with a let's see. I actually have an image for your shield.
Shield of missile attraction. I don't like the sound of that.
You should totally take that one. You wanted it.
There you go.
Let's see here. Is it cursed? Let's see. While holding the shield, you have resistance to damage from ranged weapon attacks. The shield is cursed. Attuning to it curses you until you are targeted by the remove curse spell or similar magic. Removing the shield fails to end the curse on you whenever ranged. Well, fine. I'll equip it. I just want to tune. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Actually, hold on a second.
No, you said I could have it.
No. I'm gonna let you keep it. I'm just saying. What's the point in attuning to that? Because just holding the shield, you have the resistance from ranged weapon attacks.
I don't know. That's a little weird.
I will double check on that
Okay.
one with that one, and we'll make
You
a
know,
ruling for next time. And
Even
before
with
you
the
decide
curse,
what you're
that's
going to do.
kind of
Yeah.
a useful thing.
Well, so I thought this. Jordy and I were actually talking about cursed items the other day, and this one in particular came up, and now I know why. And I was looking at it, and I went, "Well, this is a good thing." Until Jordy said, "Yeah, except for you have 2 crossbow bolt users in your party."
Oh, there's that. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, let's just drop
Oh,
them in.
okay, yeah.
Whoop.
Okay.
Right, so the only magic item we actually got from there, aside from a handful of crossbow bolts, was a cursed shield.
So let's see. Point.
Okay. So, would you like to play out the first part of boarding the ship, and then we can call that for the night? Because I believe, Mark, you had to end at 9, correct?
Sounds good.
Okay. Very well. Let's do this. This is going to count as a long rest.
Yes.
So, evening passes without problem. Morning's meal is nice and hearty, and hopefully you've purchased everything that you need as you make your way to the dock. The ship that you are looking for, the Coast Runner. Let's see. And you'll notice there are 3 images of the Coast Runner showing below decks and down in the hold. The Coast Runner is a good-sized 3-masted ship, very fast. The captain of the ship meets you halfway. The captain is a red-bearded dwarf with a very much captain hat and a peacock plume coming out of the hat. And yes, this captain, true to their name, does have some fancy pants.
It's dandy pants. I love it. That's
So
even better.
Oh man.
as you approach and walk up the gangplank, the dwarf is at the top shouting orders to sailors, bringing barrels on, loading stuff, and sees you and goes, "Oh, you there! You there! You're my passengers, are you not? You're late. I expected you a day ago. Get on board."
This is going to be a headache-inducing voyage.
This sounds
I'm
I
getting
like 'em.
Mr.
Fun.
Fast Pan.
Let's get on.
Let's go.
First.
Yes, sir. We're coming.
Good. Do any of you know drinking games? It's a long trip.
I know.
Do you have anything
like this guy.
stronger than wine?
Wine.
Do you have anything stronger than wine?
What type of heathen would take wine on a sea voyage?
All right, I changed my mind. I like this man.
I have
This is
mead. I have a strong mead, which is... It'll put some hair on that baby face of yours.
I understand that to be a challenge.
I like
Thus.
this man. Let us board.
So, we got bunks down below deck. You don't get sick, do you? If you do, you have to clean up your own vomit.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, on board with all of ye. We shove off as soon as the last of the provisions have been loaded on board.
I board. I board right away.
I'm aboard.
And with that, the last bits of provisions are brought on board. The ship sets sail on its 10-day and a half, which does not know.
15
Faerun
days.
is separated in 3 10-day weeks. So that's a 15-day sailing voyage that you guys are in for.
Awesome.
And that is where we will finish off tonight. Thank everyone for joining us.
Thank you.
Our plan is to continue this 15-day tour
Thursday
on
evening,
Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
Wait, this Thursday? Oh, cool.
Yes.
right? Where our characters will be level 4?
No.
Well, I tried.
All aboard the drunk boat.
Yeah, I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure this is drunk boat.
Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. And with
Thanks for
that,
watching.
let's go ahead and end the stream.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you all.